Dr. David, this is the first time I've been here to any of your events, but I met you a couple weeks ago at St. Andrews. And
oh, yes, honey. Yeah, I remember now. Mm-hmm.
My question is, I have really my whole life felt as though love's the only thing that's important. And in the last 15 years, I've had pain every single day of my life. And I know that it's helped me develop compassion, but I've begun to not trust that my body. I've begun to trust that I'm not able to heal myself or to be healed, and I've surrendered to God. I've prayed to God, and yes, I've been through lots of therapy. And I guess I'm asking, is there? All I do is try to take each day, every moment, and have gratitude for it, and just experience it. And there are things that I want to do in my life that I'm unable to do, so I'm a little lost.
She has physical pain.
Yeah, living with a physical disability. Yeah, what about it?
What she wants to know is there, what's the trick to doing that, when you...
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yeah, you get that you're dumb and ugly, and it doesn't bother you anymore.
Okay. I'll just accept that for now.
Now, you live with you're talking about physical impairments?
Yes, and I think I have begun to be able to separate the emotional suffering from the physical pain, and I understand that every moment is a gift, but it doesn't allow me to do the kind of work that I feel I'm called to do, which at times feels as though it's a lot of service work.
Well, this would take really a therapeutic hour, because living with physical pain is, first of all, letting go, wanting to change it, surrendering to it, allowing it to be there. Discover, is it chronic pain or is it acute pain? And you learn to ignore it. What's left of my left thumb is in a state of pain all the time. All right, I've just had to learn to live with it. So my consciousness has learned to ignore it. If I think about it, then the pain is there. If I ignore it, my life goes on as though it were not there, you see? It got chopped off, and the pain has been there because of the neuroma that formed on the end of the neuron. Okay. I can either live with it, or I could go back and have some further surgery. So I imagine after further surgery, I'll then have post-surgery pain from it. So I figure I'll just accept what I got now and live with it. It must have some karmic, precedent, you see. So acceptance is just accepting how it is without wanting to change it. And that eliminates suffering. Suffering comes from resisting what is. Mm-hmm. Once you know you're dumb and ugly, it doesn't bother you anymore. It's only the folks out there that suffer.
And that's their karma? Okay, acceptance.
Yeah, well, it means being more loving towards yourself, more loving. To be more loving to yourself. That you're doing the best you can with how things are. And if karmically your inheritance had been different, you would be different. But this lifetime, you accept that you are what you are for the lessons that are to be learned. You do some inner research and think karmically what could be the antecedent of this. And sometimes we've used the arm, and I'll say, in some lifetime, let me try it now. Can I ask this question? Resist. In some lifetime, I chopped off somebody's thumb. Resist. By God, I never asked that before. Yeah, I guess I did that in some lifetime. So I never asked that before after all these years of having this. Isn't that stupid? Anyway, it just came to my mind.
Should I ask now?
It just came to my mind that I never even asked about myself. Yeah.
Is it just because I don't love myself?
Well, I
Who
think
knows?
love takes the form more of tolerance and compassion. You see, once you understand the human condition, you have compassion for all humans, because all humans live in a state of chronic anxiety, pain, regret, remorse, expectation, and fear of the future, and fear of loss, etc. So to be a human, you're beset by, about 100 zillion anxieties, regrets, fears of the future, and regrets over the past, and you live in the precarious moment, hoping for God's benevolence. So we live by God's grace. I say that we can tolerate human life by virtue of God's grace. Mm-hmm.